After the mRNA strand enters the cytoplasm, it attaches onto a ribosome. Most ribosomes are found on the structure of the RER, aka the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Once the mRNA strand attaches onto the ribosome begins to read the mRNA strand. During this process, a tRNA comes by and attaches its anticodons to the mRNA's codons. Another tRNA comes by and does the same thing, except this time, the amino acids on the tRNAs bind together by a peptide bond. After a peptide bond is formed, the first tRNA breaks apart and leaves the area. This whole process repeats itself, and eventually you are left with an amino acid chain, aka a protein. After the amino acid chain is formed, it makes its way into the RER. The amino acid chain undergoes folding inside the RER to help the dystrophin protein perform its function. Once the folded protein makes its way through the RER, it is carried by the secretory vesicle and makes its way into the Golgi body. While the dystrophin passes through, the Golgi body does its job of chemically modifying the protein. By chemically modifying the dystrophin, the Golgi body turns into an active protein. The Golgi body then concentrates and packs the dystrophin into a secretory vesicle. The dystrophin is now transported to the cell membrane where it can finally perform its function. Now for the big question. What is dystrophin? The dystrophin protein, also known as DMD, helps in contracting your muscles. Muscles contain many long tubular cells called myocytes that can contract to cause flexion. Dystrophin, an important structural protein, is located near the membrane of myocytes. Dystrophin links together the extracellular matrix outside of the myocyte membrane with the actin cytoskeleton inside of the myocyte membrane. It achieves this by connecting onto the dystroglycan complex, which is connected to the extracellular matrix. This linkage prevents membrane damage when the muscle contracts. Sometimes, though, a genetic disease known as DMD or Duchenne muscular dystrophy occurs. DMD is a genetic disorder which causes rapid muscle degeneration and weakness. This disease is an X-linked recessive disease, which means that the mutated dystrophin gene affects the X chromosome. This disease is more common in males because they only have one X chromosome as opposed to females who have two, one of them acting as a backup. This genetic mutation causes a deletion of one of the nucleotides. This causes a frameshift error in the DNA, which will then be read wrong, resulting in a non-functioning protein. Because of this mutation, the dystroglycan binding ends of the protein will no longer exist, causing for the myocyte's membrane to tear apart when one's muscles contract. Because of the tear in the membrane, excess calcium ions enter and activate enzymes. These enzymes are known as proteases, and they break down dysfunctional proteins. An excess of active proteases causes for functional proteins to be broken down instead of dysfunctional proteins, harming the myocytes. Thank you for watching.